Hello, Shy Hoops here with my Psiko hoop, and I'm going to be showing you guys just a few of the things that I've learned over the past few days of owning this incredible hoop. So, first of all, I want to go over the different quivers, or as most people, or I would usually call them like pattern packs, or the different folders on a remote. Usually for if you have a hoop with a remote, it's kind of like those different buttons for the folders of patterns. It's called a quiver. So since this hoop has no remote, the orientation of the way you hold the hoop is how you're going to get into those different quivers. And so first, the one you should probably start with is the quiet quiver, which is my buttons up here, and it's facing me. So facing me at 12 right here, and that's the quiet quiver. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. And there's going to be a teal confirmation right there. So each quiver has its own confirmation. So if I go over here and the button's now over here at 3 o'clock, then it is going to be, if I slightly hold the button while the hoop is on and then wait for the yellow confirmation, the yellow means that now I'm in my favorites. And so you can do that. There's 6 different quivers. So the other ones are at 6 down here, 9 over here, and then with the hoop down here with the button right next to you facing up, and then the same thing but the button facing down. So those are the 6 different quivers that the hoop has. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and go back to the, or actually no, I'm going to go here so I have my confirmation. And then to get through patterns, I have my button facing me up here at 12 o'clock, and I'm going to go ahead and just do a slow and steady front little flip with the hoop, and as you can see, now I'm in this pattern. So just keep flipping through them, and you can go through the patterns like that, and you can also go backwards, go to the previous patterns. So that's how you get through the patterns. And what else can we do? Okay, so let's find some patterns that we want to save. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. So let's find the button, Okay, now the button's back at 12 o'clock facing me. That's like home base, I'm gonna say. And the signal movements are usually like an ISO and an ISO flip with either hand. So I'm going to save this mode into my favorite. So I'm going to have my hoop in my left hand with the button at 12 facing me. And I'm going to go ahead and isolate to the right. So down here until the hoop gets to 6, and then ISO flip so the button's facing away from me now. And then I'm going to go complete down here and back up here this way, halfway. And it should pop up here. And so now we're in the different slots for my favorites. There's 9 slots, so I'm going to keep going. Those are all, these blue buttons are all ones that I have already. So here now I found one that's red, and that means that there's no pattern there. So then I'm going to go ahead, and I was isolating that way, I'm going to just go ahead and isolate that way for the confirmation. So now if I go to my favorites, which are here, these are my initial, those first 3 favorites that you saw. And then if I put my button right here facing me at the 9 o'clock position and do a flip, I can then go into the other folders that I had, and I should be able to find the pattern that we just put in there. So, okay. So, I'm in the quiet quiver right now, and I'm going to be demonstrating how to change the brightness on the hoop. So, first of all, if you want to check what brightness the hoop is on, you just do a half little hold down on the button, and these lights right here, there will be a yellow light right here, so that indicates that we're on the lowest brightness, and if there's another one and another one, that's the second and third brightness. When you do a little half hold, it should be right there. So we're in the quiet quiver, and I'm going to be holding the hoop with my right hand in home base with my button facing me at 12 o'clock, and I'm going to go ahead and do a isolation to the left, and then a flip, and then keep isolating down here all the way until this white shows up, and now we have the brightness picked. So we can go ahead and keep isolating, and it'll show the second and third brightness, and it'll keep going and while you isolate until you isolate the other way. So we're going to go ahead and turn it on to full brightness, and now we're on full brightness. So probably really, really bright for my phone camera. So let's go ahead and change it back with a quick fold. And we're going to go ahead and bring it back down to 1. Okay, so the other way, and now we're back down to 1. So once you get the movements down, the basic movements, it's pretty easy. What else did I want to show you? I made a video on using compose mode. It's in my YouTube already, so if you want to go ahead and check that out, that goes into compose mode, and it's really, really cool. What else have I learned that I can say? Oh, a lot of people were wondering if this hoop can shuffle through patterns, and yes, it can. So it comes with these awesome cheat sheets that you have, and it also comes with this manual, which is really helpful. And on these cheat sheets, it shows all of the quivers that I was talking about previously. And so it shows the colors for them and what they are. And so if we go ahead and go into the random quiver, which is with the hoop orientation like this, with the button facing down, and then you go ahead and go into the random quiver, confirmation is blue. And now we're in the random quiver, and this quiver will just change through patterns without having to do the flip. But for this quiver, the flip, instead of changing patterns, it changes the speed that the patterns change. See how it's going super fast now? And if I go ahead and go back, now we're moving at a normal speed. If I go ahead and go forward a little bit, we're going a little bit faster. So it's really cool. You can change all of the speed and stuff in this quiver. And I'm pretty sure that the random quiver, does go through your favorites too. So if you had pictures that you uploaded from your computer on there, I'm pretty sure they would also be shuffled, because the random grabs hoops or patterns from all of the different quivers to put into there. So yeah, that was just a little bit of what I've learned with my hoop so far. This hoop has so many capabilities, and so I think I'll be constantly learning and adding to this little video collection. So I hope this helped someone or convinced someone that they need this hoop, because I think everyone needs this hoop. Anyways, have a good day.